Okay, I never got to do this replay for a friend of mine, so I'll might as well get started now, right? It's a much older game, and since replays have a problematic replays have a lot of problems in them, so I'm going to just do an old VoD for someone that I never got a chance to do before. This is Janna's support in solo queue, apparently. Okay. I remember that this player was either bronze or silver. I'm not sure, but that doesn't matter. So, first thing off is that Janna takes shield at level 1, which is actually the most optimal, better than taking W and taking Q, because the shield allows for proper trades with AD carries, especially hyper carries like Jinx. Since this is a much older patch, some things are going to be different, but item starts are still rather the same. The player should be running 0921. At this point in time, it looks like the masteries there's a bit of offense. When you're running runes for Janna, there are you need some AP because you get to more shield and more AD early game. So the other thing is that Ancient Coin is not the most optimal start unless you're going towards unless you're up against a heavy poke lane. In this case, I don't see the enemy players, but I do see that one player has shown up and it's Graves. So what Janna should be doing is luckily I have monitor capture, so where's my paint? Here we go. Okay. What Janna should be doing is when there's only one enemy present and there's one enemy missing right here, aka the support. The support who is not present at this current time is probably leashing for the jungler down at the Gromp camp over here. So the few things I forgot to mention are noting where noting where your allies start. At the beginning of the game, because there was so little time for me to actually get into the game because this game started like right around when the minions spawned. What you want to do is you want to appear like you were leash. I can zoom in on the mini map, right? Oh no, wait. There you go. It's gonna be a little big. What you want to do is you want to fake that you are leashing for your ally on the red side. And now the reason why you want to do this is because if you appear like you are coming, it makes your opponent mislead where the jungler's position is by coming to lane late around the same time Graves showed up, because Graves and the enemy support, let's say in theory like this, Graves and the enemy support. These two players would show up around like right now, okay? Why? Why did they show up to lane so late? Because they were probably leashing their jungler, who is unknown because I can't really I didn't see where the load screen began. Now, what you want to do to prevent like information from being leaked is come to lane late. The reason why you come to lane late is because if you start here, that means that the enemy will think, oh, their jungler started here, which means they ended up here, which means they're going to do this buff. So their route is very predictable, and they're going to gank top. But when the jungler starts here, and they go down here, it completely throws these players off. By pretending that you started golems and walked to lane late, even though you actually didn't leash your ally, you can mislead the enemies thinking that they've taken the red buff to blue buff to top lane or mid lane gank path. And by showing up to lane late, you also hide information too. Because if you show up to lane early, that would mean that you didn't leash your jungler, or B, the jungler is starting here. So if they were smart enough to figure out that the jungler started here, the bot lane would theoretically play much safer around the level 3 mark. The junglers generally laners want to play generally safe as soon as the jungler completes the second buff. So if he finishes this, then goes to do one camp like this or this, then finishes his buff, at that point you as a laner want to play safe. Not bot lane though, because Graves came to lane late. Because Graves came to lane late, that gives away that this jungler started red, or started Gromp, and by starting Gromp, let's match jungler by jungler. So if their jungler started Gromp because these guys showed up late, and my jungler Xinjiao starts blue, shit. My jungler starts blue. Matching both sides, that means the next buff that the enemy jungler will go for is the blue buff. That would mean that my jungler would have to respond by doing another camp. Go either, you know, wolves or golems. Doesn't matter. Let's say they do gromp. Okay? And then afterwards, 1, 2, the third thing that they would do is finish this camp. Your jungler would have to go and finish this, right? So by that time, this guy's completed with this. At the same time, their jungler is also completed with this, which means that the enemy jungler can gank mid or top, which means that top and mid have to, or top of blue side and mid of blue side have to play safe because of the threat of a jungler, whereas bot lane doesn't have to play safe because the jungler is all the way up there in theory due to the fact that Graves came down here. Second, your jungler your jungler will either gank bottom or mid, which means that mid and bottom have to play safe. But bottom lane doesn't know that the blue side jungler started on the blue side buff. So by hiding away over here, you can make it by giving away this position. What the whole point of this is to make it so that the opponents play aggressive. Because the jungler just finished his because the red side jungler finished his red buff over here, the blue side doesn't have to play so passive at level 3 when the red buff is clear, because they know that if the jungler's up there, then the jungler's not down here. And vice versa. Most of the time, bot lane doesn't have to play safe because both junglers are on the same side of the map and they're always focusing the top lane. So by doing all this, by hiding the information, by pretending, oh hey, we're gonna start, we on blue side, by starting here, by coming to lane late by pretending to leash your ally here. What ends up happening is at level 3, when the junglers finish their second buffs, theoretically, these guys will be like, okay, the junglers are both up there, they're probably going to war on this half of the map, which means that they're not going to war on this half of the this bottom half of the map here. So we can just go ahead and fight and trade or play passive. It doesn't matter. They're probably gonna, bot lanes trade a lot. So by trading down here, and then you can basically bait your jungler to come down here, and they're like, what the fuck? Wait, you're supposed to be up on this side of the map, but you're actually down here, and it was a trap. You guys follow? So that all comes from just showing to lane late on purpose. Like you can completely play mind tricks on your opponents if you do it right. Now we're gonna go back to the lane itself because that's very important. Let's see. I'm just checking my stream because this is the first time I'm streaming this thing. Okay. Let's get back to the lane. Hopefully this is visible, like legit. Oh, okay. It doesn't look like it's taking a toll on my thing. Okay, let's get back to the lane. So now you know that the support isn't here. So what you want to do is, as blue side, you wanna start walking up on the enemy. Because you take shield, you can actually activate the shield on yourself. And this is what most people do on Janna support as a form of harass. What they do is they shield themselves, which grants them, well, a shield. Okay, that's why they called it a freaking shield. But you also get extra AD, so you start auto attacking the Graves. And by auto attacking Graves, you get, if you have the mastery 0, 9, 21, by having the mastery, you are able to get free gold. You get +3 gold or +5 gold. I think it's +3 gold for every auto attack that you perform on an 80 on an enemy that is hit by a ranged champion. So that being the case, if you start with Ancient Coin, you don't get the bonus 5 gold and 5 damage plus extra AP. The reason why people take Spelthi's Edge on most Jannas, because look, you're on champion.gg, which is probably one of the top websites that are used to analyze players. They start off with most frequent starters are Ancient Coin, as we see here, also 3 pots and Mana Pot. I'll get to his itemization in a second. But the higher percentage in a smaller sample size, 2,700 games, and you want over half your games if you start Spell Thief's Edge. I still start Spell Thief's Edge unless I'm up against a poke lane. Graves isn't really a poke-heavy champion because due to his smaller range and the fact that he has to get up close and personal. So it's okay to start Spell Thief's Edge. We don't know who their support is yet, so it's questionable. If they started with a champion like Ezreal on bot lane, or Caitlyn, or Varus, or Corki, those are kind of champions that can poke. Ancient Coin is a relatively okay start, since you'll be needing the extra HP if you can't really dodge or trade effectively. Because with Caitlyn, long range, Annie Caitlyn lane is a very long range lane, and they just tend to poke you down with auto attacks, and you can't really counteract that with Spell Thief's Edge. Like, you'll shield it, but if you're shielding yourself to protect yourself from the poke, you won't be able to shield your ally from the poke. Same thing. I mean, like, it makes sense, but basically, if you start Spell Thief's Edge, okay, let's say he has the Spell Thief's Edge as his blue item, okay, he gets an X amount of AP. I'm pretty sure it's like 5 AP. It's not that much. It's very, very, very little AP. But the AP is not only the core component of why Spell Thief's Edge is relatively more optimal than a Ancient Coin. Ancient Coin only provides health regeneration plus free gold per minion kill, but that's irrelevant. So what happens is it provides gold per time. It also gives you mana regen. If you're using your shield to defend yourself constantly, you're gonna find yourself running out of mana very soon. Janna, like early game champions, mana pool is very important. So what you want to, I'm gonna flip these fucking colors. Makes it easier for me. What you want to know is that with Spell Thief's Edge, you get plus 5 AP, and if you have the correct runes and mastery, you should have about 16 AP plus 5 more from your Spell Thief's Edge. So you end up with around 21 AP at level 1. Now the shield, I believe it's like 10% of your AP in terms of damage, but with that extra AP, every little bit of AP counts. You get a bigger shield, which translates to more AD for your ally, more AD for yourself if you shield yourself, and the fact that you also get 5 bonus gold and 5 bonus damage upon hitting an enemy. That makes it so that you shield yourself. You get a really, really beefy shield. Okay, there it is, plus 10% AP ratio, so you get 2 extra AD instead of 1 extra AD, and 70% of your AP, so 21. So it'd be 1.4, I believe. 14 for your 14 bonus shield strength. But you shield yourself, you start auto attacking Graves. 3 auto attacks, that's 15 gold right there. Plus 5 gold from Pickpocket, of course. So you get 20 gold for 3 auto attacks. Then the cooldown resets, you shield yourself, you get 3 more auto attacks. That's another 15 gold plus 5 more from Spell Thief's Edge. That's 40 gold straight up. Alright, wait, hang on. When should you trade in bot lane? When should you trade in bot lane? Well, you should trade right away to try to burn your. Well, it's not okay. It's not immediate. Every time the situation. Good question. Anyway, every time situations are always dependent. In this situation right now, as I'm speaking, as this screenshot is here, the player should choose to trade right away. Graves only has 1 health potion right here. He has 1 health potion. You, on the other hand, have 2, and I'll still get to itemization in a second. But you have 2 health potions, and you can sacrifice both your health potions to deny Graves CS. And the importance of that is insane, because if you shield yourself, you're gonna win the trade, because they have to break your shield to actually hit your real HP, your physical HP. By shielding yourself, you make it so that you're going to be in the front line more. You don't know where their support is now, so go ahead and trade until the support reveals himself. Second, as soon as Graves burns his health pot and Jinx doesn't burn his health pot, you've already won the trade, so you can start harassing him more, forcing him to leave the lane. And by walking up, like, say, right here, because, his mouse is right here, and this is the importance of me choosing VoDs instead of replays, he should be issuing click commands, like, right here, so that he just zones out the Graves. By zoning out the Graves and auto-attacking him constantly, Graves has to make an option. Should I poke back at Janna, or should I just endure the harass and take the CS? Is the CS worth me taking stuff away from Janna? So Janna can potentially get 3 CS and get 20 gold, and he can kill 1 melee minion and get 20 gold. See, that means the trade is even. But if you do it right and zone out earlier, if he actually started walking up sooner, he can prevent Graves from getting this CS. So that means he doesn't get 20 gold. So he's at 0, and you get 3 free auto attacks. So you just made a profit of 20 gold over his 0 gold. And not only that, but after the cooldown for Spell Thief's Edge resets, you can do it again, and you can constantly deny him 1 CS at a time. 1, 2, 3, you know, they start adding up. Eventually he'll miss too much CS and he won't hit level 2 on time. Now, knowing that you showed up to lane before, there used to be, you know, 6 minions in this creep wave, and I hope that answered your question, Chubby Chopper. But close this. Hope that answers your question. But what happens with the CS wave is that after 7 of them, the enemy, if it's a solo, will hit level 2. Whereas for you, after the 6 creep waves die here, you need 3 more melees, and after those dies, you'll hit level 2. So you'll hit level 2 later, but if you zone him out from EXP, you can prevent him from hitting level 2, so you can make it so that you hit a level 2 at roughly the same time. Now, back to itemization. So aside from Spell Thief's Edge, because we've already just covered that, the importance of it in the early game versus like non-pokers, this ward, not really relevant because the jungler is like, because they showed up like right here, it's likely that the jungler, you know, will be up in this half of the map at this time. The other option is that if they're really smart, they would take this, they would control this side of the map early with the Scuttle Crab addition. I think this is like pre-season because I don't see the Scuttle Crab spawning. Either that or maybe it's not time for the Scuttle to spawn. But anyway, irrelevant. If the jungler chooses to do the current meta wave clear and cut off this part of the map, and then proceed to recall, then get back to lane, clearing this side of the camp, then ganking top. You know, it means that they're not on this. They're on this half of the area, and you're not going to need this ward early. Instead, like I said, when you're trading potions, have 3 health pots and 1 mana pot. And what that accomplishes, is you can have the option to burn more of your health pots. Like, let's say you sacrifice 2 of your HP pots in order to burn his 1 HP pot. That's worth it because you still have 1 extra HP pot and 1 mana pot to sustain yourself. Now, for support, if the support is in lane, though, that's a little bit of a different story. You got to be careful with his trading too, because he also has the same he might also have the same game plan. Because if their support starts burning their health potions towards you, it's going to be a big problem. You know, you have to be able to choose to protect your AD carry too. So see this auto attack right there, that is what Jinx should be doing whenever she's not killing a minion. By using the AoE attack, you get another minion low so that you can last hit it with the AoE, and at the same time, if the AoE happens to splash on the Graves, it's worth it. So right now, in this position, in this exact timeline, Janna's issuing a movement command and right-clicking on a Graves as a form of auto attack. Now know that when you auto attack, minions will aggro you, which is why Janna should immediately shield upon throwing the auto attack. The auto attack animation will launch, and then by the time it lands, if you activate the shield right before it, the extra damage will apply. That is how on-hit effects work. Until it applies the same with Nami too. If you auto attack and the auto attack hasn't landed, and then you right before the auto attack lands, you activate your E to enable the slow. By the time the auto attack lands, it will slow down the enemy. So you don't have to give away the fact that you slowed them. You turn on your E, because if you turn on your E, you know they're gonna be like, "Fuck, he's gonna harass me." Good. 1 auto attack. Support has showed himself. Alright, now, this is important. You don't know what the support is skilled up. Did he skill up headbutt? Did he skill up heal? Did he skill up pulverize? We don't know. What is he doing? Maybe he's doing an auto attack. Maybe he's choosing, it looks like he auto attacked the Jinx. But now what you should do is since you didn't shield yourself, immediately shield your AD carry. Little late on the shield, but if you shield now, it means that you want to trade. No. Right here, you want to, okay, so what he wanted to do right here in particular was, instead of issuing a movement command back, stay exactly where he is or move forward this way. The importance of that is that both of you got, well, okay, the worst part is that he can pulverize if he actually skilled up pulverize, but again, we don't know that. But they should start focusing the Alistar, start burning away his health pots. He's still, not only is he still level 1, but he's a little bit farther behind. Whoa, what happened to the replay? Did I not pause it? Okay. Oh man, I must have skipped a lot or something. Shit. Oh, wow. Jesus, how the fuck did I skip so much? Okay. Okay, right here, we were just here. So, auto attack comes off, shield. They're issuing too many back movement commands. This is what makes it really awkward because now you're in the threat that Alistair has completely zoned you. You're kind of right about that because he's out of HP. He has a lot more HP and he's a little beefier. Okay, so we see what he has. He has targets, 2 health pods, and 2 mana pots. He's looking for more harass with mana, which isn't really the right idea. He wants to have 3 health pods, but Jinx has already burned his health pot. Trade's lost because you lost the only restoration resource that you have on you as a champion. What's wrong with my screen? Why is it lagging so much? Shouldn't it be lagging like this. Okay, back to work. Good, good. She's okay, so the shield's still on cooldown. Alright, so here's another issue with the wards. He has 2 wards, but he hasn't placed one in either bush. In this case scenario, Jinx would place one in this bush, and Janna would place one in the other bush. The moment the lane starts, you should immediately board it, just for the psychological aspect of knowing where your enemy is. Good. The shields are fine. Okay, so he's walking. You notice how he's walking forward after the auto attack to try to get another auto attack in. But look, he's already aggravated 3 minions, or no, not 3 minions. I'm sorry, 4 minions. 4 minions total have been aggravated to his positioning. So I'm gonna circle it right here on the red. 1, 2, 3. You can see it right here actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as he started to issue, the first time he issued an attack command on Alistair, he landed the attack, which aggravated these minions. Immediately, in response, Janna should move into this bush to de-aggro these targets. Then get out of the bush and attempt to attack again. Because by Alistair issuing movement commands this way and going back to this safety area, aside from the fact that he wants to proc targets, which isn't really actually active, he wants to be in a safe position in which as soon as Janna steps too far out of bounds, Graves is going to be like, okay, you stepped a little too far, minions are on you, I'm going to start trading back. So then you have 2 people on you, and you've already used your shield on Janna, so on Jinx, so that you don't really have a way to counteract that. So he performs another auto attack, and all these minions are aggroing, and then Graves decides to trade, but they decide to back. Seems like there might be a jungler approaching, maybe, because I feel like their patterns have really changed. Little too aggro. Immediately should ward this bush. You don't know where Graves is going to end up. Okay, good. Now, these awkward movement patterns. Okay, so now that you've hit level 2 first, okay? Skill up Q and perform more harass. Shield yourself. Okay, never mind. But she should really be getting into the practice of shielding herself. Oh, the ward. Okay, no, you usually want to ward just the edge of the bush because it'll get all the vision. She should be shielding Janna a little. Okay, that was a really awkward shield. Somebody might die here. Okay, exhaust. Okay, it's a really late exhaust. That's a really late exhaust. Shield. Damn it. His ping is really good too. All right, right there it was just a set of basic mechanics. Right when Janna leaves, Jinx should naturally have to play safe due to the fact that it's a 1v2. And then afterwards, he just needs to respond sooner with the shields, which is why I've been saying shield. It's a little sooner. I'm gonna backspace and play it again. Show you what I mean, because he's had a lot of chances to shield. So first of all, this ward right here is not really as effective as placing it in the corner bush, because by placing it in the edge of this bush, you get the maximum amount of vision. Plus, if someone decides to do a cheeky cheese trick and place a ward inside this bush, then hop over to it, it's Jack's jungle, as I just saw. He can do that without, and since it's such a split movement, because you only appear for so little of time, this ward would barely catch the guy jumping over the wall. And sometimes, ward vision, Riot Games plays, you might miss seeing them. It's like sometimes they might just be invisible while doing it. It's like, how did he get in that bush and with I had a ward outside. How did he get in the bush without us seeing him? Okay, right here, Janna pretty sure is in range to shield. Immediately shield. Immediately shield before casting the tornado. While this tornado does disengage, it's better to shield immediately. Oh, okay, so wow, that ignite. Jinx has ignite. Okay. That's interesting. It cuts the heal in half. But okay. Ignoring that. Okay, so here's exactly when he should exhaust. Right now. Like, you can still cast exhaust while you're stunned. It's okay. So right there, when exhaust is active, first of all, he wouldn't get that auto attack off. Now it's a late auto. Now he has to flash, so keep that timed right away. And then now, okay, so Jinx knows she's gonna die. Right here, since you see your shield's about to come off with cooldown, spam it right away. You gotta spam it, but you know it might have come up too late, and you know response with ping might not come up in time. Shield yourself. Shield yourself. That's too late. If you couldn't shield her, you want to shield yourself to make it so that they have to commit more resources, aka more autos and more movements towards your side of the map. So, you know, Xin Zhao may be able to have gotten a kill there. Now, let's see what he buys as items. Now, normally the right item choice is wait, let me restart my stream. Was I not recording? Like, legit? Was I just not recording the entire time? Holy. I had to have been recording. No, it's not this one. It was... Oh my god. Wait, 26 minutes, 15 seconds. Yeah, I've been recording. Okay, God bless. I thought I lost all the data. It's like, Jesus. Okay, back to work. Ruby Crystal. Okay, so by building, he's rushing the gold per 5 item, which makes it so his lane sustain is longer. But the thing is that there's so much action going on that there's no time to actually lane. So what she should have taken is rushing Sightstone is really valuable because not only because the item itself is extremely gold efficient. Trust me when I say this. I've experimented buying wards versus using the Sightstone as a support jungler, and rushing the Sightstone is very optimal because you can also deny vision as well as gain vision because of the sweeper change that you get. Okay, so he gets all skills at level 3. Now that the support's not here, should be zoning. Good. So support appears, back up immediately. Oh my gosh, that movement command is really awkward. The shield timings are really awkward. Okay, there it is. Good shield. Headbutt, fail headbutt. Pop a potion, she already did, that's fine. Zap. Place the ward in here. This bush should be warded at all times. You don't know if the jungler is going to be there. Now if you look at the map, he's not there, so it's okay. But now now the support's there, and he could be at anywhere at any time. So should pop it out immediately. As a jungler, you see one of your laners getting pushed by the enemy, and the enemy warded the area. Do you go in knowing that the area is warded, or would you just gank another lane knowing that if you had ganked the lane, you would have won the 2v1. Even if it's warded, there's ways to bait out plays even if it's warded. You can actually use the warding to your advantage. Ooh. These zaps are a little painful, but the thing is, if Jinx keeps zapping, she won't have any mana to like all in with Xin Zhao when Xin Zhao comes down in bot lane. Okay, so Janna's trying a lot, like really committing towards the. Let me see what he maxed. Okay, shield, good. Always max shield. Janna's committing too much resources into the harass when she doesn't even have Spell Thieves Edge. What this makes is this shows you how important. Like if you want to harass, Spell Thieves Edge is the right item for you. But also keep in mind that mana is a very limited resource when it comes to having Nomad's Medallion. Unless this is pre-nerf era when Nomad's Medallion still gave mana regen. But by taking this, she's worried more about her gold income. She's stabilized in gold right. Oh, what the fuck? She's stabilized in gold right now because she got 2 assists early, so she doesn't really need to commit all her resources onto warding. I mean, not onto warding, onto healing herself, sustain in lane. She can just use Spell Thieves Edge to get all the money she needs, and at the same time, she can just focus on the Sightstone. Ooh, that smoke screen. Alright. So this is the importance of warding. Get in the bush. Okay, oh well. Too many minions. Here's a big problem with a lot of people. When you're trading with somebody, and if your minions are down at this area, you want to focus on the minions first. It's okay to whittle down the enemy because you're making them lose CS, but just keep in mind that you are gonna lose CS too. Shield her, shield her, shield. Okay, that's fine. Shield her, shield her. Okay, level up shield right away. Because if she levels up shield right away, it'll be okay. Okay, never mind. They're disengaging. Get on the. Okay, if you can't get on the Jax, because Jax seems to be too far, go on the Alistar. And if you can't get either or, let's see what happens. Okay, if you can't get either or, just back off. Too much, too much, too much. That's fine. Just let it go. Just let it go. You see that little blocks coming down? You see Xin Zhao coming? But you guys can't contest that. In theory, Dragon is possible. Jax has to back. Jax has no mana. Jax might have used Smite. We don't know if he's used Smite, but we know that he is very low on mana and has to go back because he's very low on HP. Graves just died. Therefore, you know, they're missing one man. LeBlanc is shoving mid, trying to punish Annie for leaving the lane. So, as to way to reprimand it, get the Dragon. Now she has enough for Sightstone and a sweeping trinket. Plus a pink word and some potions. Should be purchasing that after you push this lane if you feel like actually pushing this lane, because you know this lane's actually got full of gold. When a minion wave comes this big, you know it's you have to make the option: should I push this or should I not push this? And just go back to base and buy items. Pfft, lol. Good. See that he has a pickpocket mastery, which means that you know if you had the chance to oh jeez, nope, just disengage. Oh my gosh. That was a bad trade. Janna's very, very hesitant on shielding the Jinx. Ooh. At this point, just focus on last hitting under tower. If anything, you could auto attack to help the AD carry last hit, or you can shield the AD carry to increase their AD so that they have an easier chance to last hit the mage minions, because those are the mage minions are harder to last hit than the melee minions. A lot of minions. You know, try to not miss the cannon minion, because that minion gives a lot of gold, and it's a huge advantage to a player when it comes to them. See, now they're just overstaying, and it's really it's taking a toll on the player. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ulti. Shield. She's dead. A lot of misclicks. Don't flash. No. Oh, it makes them commit more, but it's harder. Shield yourself. Oh, she has out of mana. Yeah, this is what happens when you overstay for too long. The reason, like when I said that big minion wave is a little risky, that's what I meant. Not only because they could commit, but because when Graves dies, you know, he can go back to base, or he's back at base technically, and he has the option to buy items. If he actually had enough gold, let's say he got a pickaxe, because I don't know what he purchased, but if he had a pickaxe, right, this would mean that his damage is much higher than yours. Sweeper. No, the cringe. Sweeper would go on cooldown right away, but it's still relatively the right choice. What's going on here? Okay. This point, Jinx needs to farm and he needs to ward. Okay, this ward is a little awkward. Instead, there's a bush up there that she should have warded. And if you're placing a ward down in this tri-bush, you want to place it as close to your side as possible. And same thing with here. So ward placements. This one should go to the edge, like up here or down over here. Mainly just so that in the case that there's a ward up in this ramp area, like right up here, you can't really see it on the map. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing. But some people, aka mid laners, place wards over the ramp so that when the jungler comes, because they always have to go through the ramp, they either go through the ramp or near the mini ramp, mini section right here, the choke intersection. So this entire area is covered. This giant section is covered with that pink ward. As for this bush down here, which the player will be walking back through in a second. Okay, never mind. It's hard to see it. But okay, so brush. He placed the ward in the center. That gives vision in a circle. If you place the ward here, it gives the exact same amount of vision. But what's the importance of here versus here? Both of them give you equal amounts of vision. So what's the point of placing it here? Well, if the opponent decides to sweeper, they're right here, and they decide to use sweeper, right? So they'll auto attack it here, and it's safe because they could just walk back to lane. But here, they gotta commit further and get into your territory. They gotta get in your side. And of course, if somebody comes and flanks them, in theory, let's say mid laner was already roaming down, and you come up through here, and there's one person here, you cover them all with 3 sides. But why does that not work if they're over here or right here? Well, because if they come here, they have an easier chance to react and they can walk back sooner. Whereas if it was here, they'd be like, oh shit, do I get the ward and leave? And even if they do, you know, they have this extra distance of travel time, you know, could mean life or death. And of course, it's good for us if the latter was the correct option, right? And remember, it gives the exact same amount of vision. Like, they're both exactly the same. So because of that, you might as well place it on your side as a defensive way, because they have to walk more, commit more auto attacks and stuff like that. This video is long. Shields are really late. Graves comes in, shield instinctively, because he might be, you know, like, let's say, okay, so I don't know if he's building BT instead of IE, but in theory, okay, so yeah, good, that was a good shield and a great disengage. Oh well, yeah, that's a late exhaust. That's too late. Yep, nothing to. Well, first of all, you have no ulti. That's one problem. Second, when you see Jinx that low, right? Like you see him ulting, you should exhaust immediately, because if a combo starts coming and you shield, you know that they're gonna try to all in you. Shield on the tower, not really the best option. No, go on Jinzhao. Go on Jinzhao. I mean not Jinzhao. Jinzhao, go on Alistar. Or that. Shield him. Ward the bush. Never mind. By warding the bush, you can perform maybe an auto attack sooner. Okay. Knock him up. Okay. By warding the bush with, you know, your trinket or your sight stone, you can give Jinzhao vision so that he doesn't have to face check the bush. Because if he face checks the bush, you know, he doesn't know what's in there. Maybe a teleport already came in and we didn't see it. Maybe someone else is in the lane waiting for a counter gank. Now there's 3 people here. Charge. You need to see. God. This is awkward. Okay, they should stop chasing. $50 on drag. Alright then, if there's 50 seconds on drag, they should start warding up the jungle. Knock him up. Oh, okay, that's awkward. Knock him up sooner. Blow them away. Nope, not like that. She's just using the heal part of it. That's really awkward. That's a bad idea. The ult was used to blow away, but she's using it for the healing purpose. That's not what you're supposed to do. Right there, the disengage would have stopped. Like in theory, you can also blow away Jax too. If she blew away Jax would have to jump back into a certain area to get into combat. Either that or he doesn't even waste his jump because he gets stepped on by flame chompers. And if you do it right, you blow him over the wall and he can't see you, then you pretty much won the execution right there. He should really finish his, yeah, if he wants to get talismans, which should be in theory really good. Moby Boots is a fine option too. Rip the tower. Catch up to Jinx. Catch up to Jinx and shield her. Catch up to Jinx and... Okay, Jinzhao, never mind. Good disengage. Auto attack and keep an eye out on Jinx. Not Graves, on Alley. Why did Jinx backflash? Unless there's more. No, there's no more threats coming. Shield the Jinx, shield the Jinx, shield the Jinx, shield the Jinx. Okay, to get disengage. Okay, these tornadoes are really on point. What the hell? Is that gonna land? Oh my god, that almost landed. Legit, almost landed. No, shielding the Jinx, like Jinx had no need to to reverse flash, like, you know, in that safe position because she was already in a good position. But if you look at Graves' mana, what could he do? He could dash forward, he's out of mana. He could smoke screen once to disengage, he's out of mana. He can buckshot once, he's out of mana. He has no gap closer. Now he has mana, it's too late. If you want to fight right now, you'd have to exhaust the Graves. Okay, by splitting up, this makes it really bad. He's gonna misplace the exhaust if anything. Okay, yeah, this is what happens. That was actually straight up her fault right there, Janna's. The exhaust should have come. Jesus. Shield herself. She needs to shield herself. Oh my gosh. I will say that the one good thing about replays is that you don't get to see any chat, or you have the option to disable chat. Because, or mostly it's all chat, but you know, still disabling it is pretty nice. Good. Killing wards is actually really, really beneficial. She needs to shield the Jinx. Jinx's DPS increases the more you shield her. Also, he hasn't used exhaust for a while. The exhaust could have theoretically saved Annie, because Annie still has ult, so she might as well just nuke somebody down as she's ulting. That tornado though, that's not really a good tornado. Oh my gosh. Shit. This is pre-nerf LeBlanc, I know that much. Why flash? What was the purpose of that flash? Yeah. Shoya, okay, so if he wants to like shielding constantly is also one of the reasons why Janna was called the assist Tori, because by placing shield, not only does she increase DPS, but like she gets free assists simultaneously. She keeps herself alive if she shields herself too, so it's okay. This is also pre mastery change nerf too. With Moby Butch, she should be able to make it in time. Shield the Jinx, shield the Jinx, shield the Jinx. Still shield the Jinx. Like, consistently shield the Jinx. That Teemo is not free. No, it's a trap. It's a trap! You guys just stepped over the shroom. Unless we can kill the shroom, I don't know. Good, shield the Jinx. But she still gets deleted because this is pretty nerf for long. Activate Talisman. Shield the Xin. What the hell? You just stood still. That was bad. Oh well. Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing. If you shield the Jinx before it hits, it's gonna deal extra damage. Well, I don't even know if he's in range to shield the Jinx, but if she actually shielded the Jinx, the damage would increase. And in theory, with a max shield, 50 extra damage. I don't know, 50 extra damage sure might make it look like it, you know, hurts. Question mark. Shield the Jinx. Good job. Auto it. Now Spell Thief's Edge would grant you some damage here. Knock up. Good. Tornado. Good. Shield the Jinx. Shield the Jinx. Shield the Jinx. Shield the Jinx! Oh my goodness! The Headbutt Pulverize auto attack combo was insane. Also, if you can, also try to W the Graves because you know, once he uses his dash, he has to actually manually walk. Graves is huge. A lot of it comes from trading from not shielding not only the Jinx but herself too. Because if you denied Graves early, none of this would actually be happening in theory. Okay, so he's getting Frozen Heart. Optimal item. I'm not against that. They've got a Jax, they've got a Fed Graves, and they've got a Teemo. Those champions, if Teemo builds an Asher's Tooth in theory, rely heavily on attack speed. By slowing it down, lowers their DPS. That rocket was very questionable. Shouldn't be doing that. Shielded. He's misplacing a lot of his shields. Now, reasonably stating this, Frost Fang grants you gold per time, but you know, Talisman is already an effective item because it gives you a lot of gold if there's a giant minion wave nearby. But debatably, Frost Fang is used to disengage rather than engage, whereas Frost Fang is used as more of a disengage tool than an engage tool. What the fuck? Why is it frozen? Did I freeze it myself? No, I didn't. Okay, so Frost Fang is used more of as a disengage tool, whereas Talisman is an engage and disengage tool. Why Frostfang over Talisman is very dependent, but in this game, I would definitely have chosen Talisman still, because the fact that you want to, because we have champions that want to engage, and that's the thing you want to keep in track of. Do we want to engage, or should we? Is this a team comp in which that we should probably back up and kite? There's a pink ward in there. Should kill that. Tornado, full. Oh my. Okay, reverse tornado. Yeah, that was her fault. By tornadoing this way, okay, you sure can get wrecked by LeBlanc because we didn't know the LeBlanc was there. But in theory, place the ward in here. You would want a ward in here. You would want a ward in here. This ward is okay, but you want to place it towards the edge so you can see more of the hill, like this little hill right here. Good. Auto. Good. That's fine. Rocket. Oh, never mind. Her rocket's down. In theory, also instead of auto. Okay, so right there, Jinx could be either autoing or using like rocket form or non-rocket form. It doesn't. Wow, flash. Oh, so close. Rocket form or minigun form. I don't know what would have been worse because oh wait, Jinx's BT doesn't work because no crits would occur. Shield him, then Talisman. Yes. Tornado. Wrong way. You gotta get really close to him to then tornado. Don't exhaust him. He's already slowed, man. He got the no. Okay, so that's a waste of exhaust because you know that Singe has not used his slow yet. So by exhausting him, you're burning too many resources. Plus, you also have W too. Like you've already used it, sure, but by using your exhaust there, you don't have exhaust for the next team fight. I know it's Jax, but how can Jax can't expect to kill you because you have your ult to disengage. Now you don't have exhaust to kill this guy. You just use your only disengage tool. You shield it, and he's gonna go down. You both go down because you don't have exhaust to mitigate Grace's damage. That makes sense. And he needs to push this wave out, otherwise someone like Teemo could split push. It was a risky dragon call in the first place. The reason why the risky dragon call was there was because while they are desperate for dragons, it's only the second dragon. Like, the second dragon just grants you either minion damage or tower destruction. I'm pretty sure it's minion damage, right? But that doesn't really, like, help. Sure, you can deny them the first dragon, but like it's not as important because you guys haven't, your team hasn't even taken down bot tower, so just let Annie do what she can because she's already relatively squishy. Damn, that was really awkward. Shield. Nope, no shield. Of course not. Yeah, the shield thing is rather frustrating because I think the cooldown on it is relatively short. I think this is the time where Talisman had a 20% cooldown reduction rate, which made it super efficient as an item. Not sure though. I can't really check because he's not checking his stats, and I can't really highlight it. Maybe the next time he checks the shop or something. He's 80 gold short of a frozen heart, so in theory, that's max CDR, which means that you have more and more and more shields. Right here, you should also buy pink ward and upgrade the trinket. I think that they made the trinket upgrades really strong at this time. I'm not sure. For 250 or some shit like that. Man, I don't even know when this patch was. Job singed. Get to singed. Shield him. Drop a tornado to disengage. Talisman to get increased speed. Come on. Oh, you don't have talisman. He's dead. Okay. Pass the move. You don't have to look for Jax because he's gonna back anyway. He's irrelevant. Shove the mid lane. Why? Because if you waste time pushing against, like trying to find Jax, you lose pressure on the tower. Because Jax has to spend 8 full seconds recalling, then like, if he has home guard, like 6-10 seconds walking back to the lane. So that's about 14 seconds auto attacking the tower. He didn't choose the back. Free tower. Global gold. Congratulations. Very risky call right here. Like taking that tower and like pushing the wave should be enough. Graves is bot lane. Don't be her shit. Be careful on the engage. He's shoving the wave. Best option if you're not at high HP. Jesus Christ, no. You should just back in general. No! He's gonna die. Tornado. Oh, wow. Yep, that's what happens. I warned you. Jinx Singe was also low HP. There was no point. Shield him. Shield her. Shield yourself. Exhaust the Graves! Exhaust the Graves! His DPS was much higher than what Jax could output. Jax has no mana, so he can't. Well, he might in power if he maxes in power first. It's Jax's jungle. I'm not sure what he maxes first. Maybe he puts 2 points in dodge, but at this point he's probably over level 9. I can't see. This is not in gridded form. Locket is actually okay. No. Mikhail's for the okay. What hard CC they have aside from the Jax stun? They don't really have anything. Okay, Locket is reasonable. I'm not against it. The thing is, okay, no. Locket's fine. Good. That's how you play. Yeah, that movement was correct. He backed up to stay in safe distance so that Alistar can't kill him. Because the longer you live, you want to live in team fights. By the way, what? Lol. He's also maxing W second, but he wants to play defensive and live so that he can provide more utility to the team. Optimal play that he backed up like that. I like that play. Like that was a really smart decision to step back. He doesn't need to auto attack during team fights. It's not necessary. You're committing too much. Like your extra little bit of damage doesn't really matter in the long term because you might put yourself at risk while you're performing that said auto attack. So instead, just dash dance back and forth and stay safe. It's because I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit the cooldown. Like let's say Talisman gave 10%. 10% plus 20 plus 10 more from Kindle Gem. That's already 40. He has enough to constantly throw out shields, Qs, and Ws. He should really practice using. Okay, he uses his Qs effectively to disengage a lot. What he should be using his Qs to do is to continuously disengage during team fights. Knock them up when they're about to jump in. Knock them up when their people are already on top of your AD carry. Push people away. Shield more. I keep emphasizing that. It's a really good form of peel. Also known as why Janna is one of the top tier supports at that time of the meta before Bard and the others came out. Whoa. Ward it. Ward it. Ward it. Oh, okay. Ward it. Oh, see what I mean? Like the vision is rigged. You couldn't see that alley. Like even though you just kind of like were in that vicinity until you warded it. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard. This is dragon number 2 for them if I'm correct. Lol, really close. Don't engage that. It's okay. Nice fight right here if they do it right. Ulti, 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 ulti! Shield yourself. Good. Now run back. Run back. Just run back. Oh my god. Walk next to your Jinx. Walk next to your Jinx and Talisman. She shouldn't have recalled right there. Look how many resources they have to commit to kill that Alistar. With 15% move speed bonus right there, it's that significant. Because what this means is that they chase 15%. The 15% means that they commit 15% less resources, aka movement commands, to kill the Alistar. So therefore they spend more time pushing the mid lane and wrecking the inhibitor. That little bit of time for Jinx to move extra fast really mattered. She got a reset, I think, which granted her extra move speed, but if you give her even more move speed and maybe potentially drop a shield on her or something like that, you can increase her DPS and constantly pressure throughout. After they take the inhib, they must be, or they should just not take the inhib. Okay, they took the inhib back right away. This is a bad call for him to push out this lane like this. In any effort attempt, she should have just walked towards mid lane and attempted to just help them disengage. But by being here, you know, like by pushing out top lane, he has two options. It's okay for him to push out top lane because top lane might be pushed inwards, and that makes it so that their push is gonna be strong. But you know, she also has the obligation to walk up to mid lane and just start protecting people because she naturally, Janna, moves already fast. You've got over 500 move speed, and you know, with Tailwind, I think no, they haven't nerfed Janna's passive with Tailwind yet. At least I don't think so because it doesn't look like they nerfed it yet. But if Tailwind passive currently came in, you would walk. Right now, Baron call for them is actually not only a good call, but it makes it so. Oh fuck! Sweep this. I was gonna actually suggest you to sweep this area, but bot lane is pushing, and somebody has to respond. There is no turret there, so somebody has to respond. Disengage with the tornado. 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 Oh my god! You ulted, not tornadoed. Shield the Xinjiao. Good tornado. Talisman, and get out. Okay. Okay. Shield yourself. Ah. Okay, you got Locket. Good. Next item on the agenda would be Magi Soul Stealer. Thing is, Magi Soul Stealer should be utilized when you are ahead or behind in certain situations. But here is the problem with this specific time and place for the whoa, he actually froze. Huh. His specific build, okay, and his specific way of playing, Magi's would be a waste of money. The best option here is to just play defensive and get a Banshee's Veil, or another support item like Twin Shadows, or Zeke's Herald, or I don't know, Ardent Sensor. Fuck, Ardent Sensor wouldn't be a bad idea. Just saying. There are a lot of other options. I'll see what he goes down. There's so many options for him to choose from. If he wants magic resist though, I'd recommend. Wait. Okay. So they didn't. Yeah, they got Baron. I would recommend Ardent Sensor for, you know, like for the defense aspect, also more shields and stuff like that, or Twin Shadows. Banshee's Veil is also an incredible option. That was really bad. Said it should have W. No! Why? Okay, so why did she... I don't know why she chose to stay in the chain range. Nice. Tornado! Yes! Good tornado. Shield the Jinx? Shield the Singed? Good, because he's gonna be diving under the tower. Yes. Don't auto-attack the creeps. Shield the Xinjiao. Good. Alright, end the game. In theory... Oh, fuck. Graves is alive. Shield the Singed! Actually, no, fuck it. Whoops. Shield the Singed because he actually... No. Shielding the Singed is... Okay, there's two options right there. You could have A, shielded the Singed, or B, shielded the Jinx. By shielding the Jinx, you're giving...
Okay, so by shielding the Singed, my bad. You're making it so that, because they were all targeting Singed and not defending their base. By shielding the Singed, it means that they don't have to hit him more. Which means that he's, doing his job more. He's distracting them more so that we could DPS down the tower more. By shielding the Jinx, we DPS down the tower more, but Singed will die, so they'll jump on us faster. This is where your ult comes in handy. As soon as they try to disengage, make you disengage from their base, the ult would come in handy and push them all back, and they continue DPSing the tower. But at this particular instance, Jinx is dead, they have to disengage. Talisman is up, should proc it right away. Well, okay, they're in a safe distance. They don't need to proc it unless Alistar has a talisman of his own. In theory, it is possible to win right there if done right. Also has a locket, don't forget about that. Should have swept that actually, when instead of just warding it. You don't know if they know that you're there or not. Home guard would be nice. Cool. You need to get back to lane fast. Home guard would be exceptional. Yes, good. Now get back to lane. She'll need to switch her boots out to Merc Treads, or yeah, Merc Treads would be more optimal. They've got a lot of soft and hard CC. It's best if she switches to Merc Treads towards the late game. Mobility boots is fine. You can just pass it off right now and just switch off to Merc Treads. Defense. Banshee's Veil, I think I would have purchased Banshee's Veil for the maximum defense and sustainability. No, not a good tornado. Shield the Jinx. Shield the Jinx. Shield the Jinx. Shield. Okay, she's still just in. That's fine. Okay. Turn on the locket right now. Now. Fuck. Shield is singed. Okay, so if this is the case, okay, then nobody is on Jinx. I said shield the Jinx because I was worried that Jax might jump over. Jax didn't jump over. Instead, just shield the Jinx. I mean, singed. Fuck. Shield the Singed so that he can, be shit. Okay, stop engaging. Oh, crap, they're chasing. Because now, yeah, you gotta look at the map constantly, too. But I was gonna say stop, because Singed has got it. Oh, fuck, never mind. Well, rip. Home guards. Charge forward. This is where Talisman comes in handy. Get next to him, Talisman. Talisman. Nope. W? Nope. Shield the Annie, actually. Shield the Annie! Shields! Oh my god, you could have saved her. Oh boy, the rocket's on cooldown, huh? Shield the Jinx. Shield yourself. Shield the Jinx. No exhaust, no locket. Really late exhaust, that doesn't do anything for her. Now that exhaust is down. Oh my. Reason why I'm switching targets constantly is because if he shielded the Jinx when I said shield the Jinx, then I would stop talking. By saying shield yourself when she didn't shield herself, I'm just basically throwing out when she should shield. Like, if she did it right at the time I said it, then I would stop talking and see how it plays out. By shielding herself, she's protected from the LeBlanc burst. By shielding Jinx earlier, she could push the wave so that, the wave gets rolling and the super minions don't swarm, or a wave doesn't get rolling so that the enemies just have to rush down mid lane, and with a big minion wave they can fuck it up. Right here, well, Singed does an auto, so doesn't need to shield us. Don't sell the pink ward. Okay, that's fine. Upgrade the Ruby Sightstone. No! Should at least place it down. Okay, Mikhail's Crucible is fine. This is when Mikhail's was still expensive as fuck. I mean, yeah, or Chalice was expensive, 1,000 gold. Kaboom! No stun? Oh shit. Now here's why she shouldn't have sold the pink ward. Before she went back, because she placed it anywhere. Doesn't matter where. Just somewhere where people walk by, somewhere like a regular ward. She could be using it A, to scout for enemy wards, B, to scout for shrooms, and C, for potential teleport plays if the top laner has teleport. Because it's a pink ward, Good. Talisman! Good! Knock him up! Good! Slow him, good! Shield the Jinx! Okay, disengage, that's fine. Shield the Jinx! Shield the Jinx! She already used Locket. Ulti. Level up your ulti! And Q, 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 Q! Good! Shit! Oh, fuck! Too fast. Now, here's why this was a problem. She should have immediately checked the dragon timer. Now, if let's say the dragon was on the map and she didn't, she pressed tab and it wasn't up. By checking right there, like, face checking the dragon, is like, oh, it's down, let's back up. Whole point of this was to ward. Because she wants vision control right here. Boy, magic resist would become what? Oh my god. Alright. That's a problem. Most of this team fight comes from shielding the Jinx and using her exhaust at the right time. And I would also definitely, like, during champ select, when this is being decided, unless this is like a blind game, which I don't think it is, shield the Jinx. Shield the Jinx. Like, legit, this is the right time to shield. Because, she's taking damage. It's not cool. Anyway, I would have taken exhaust knowing that there was a Jax on the team, because Jax can get on my AD carry who's very immobile, and I would take exhaust for that. Also knowing that there's also a Graves that is very close quarter combat heavy, I would take exhaust too, knowing these two factors. Talisman! If you really want to engage Talisman. Fling that one. Oh. Tornado. Set up a tornado. Too soon. Too soon. She's dead. Shield the Annie. Shield the Annie. Shield the Annie. Okay, never mind. Shield the Jinx. Never mind. Annie kind of got a little close right there. Good. Good. She's applying soft CC before applying the hard CC. The knockup. Whoa! Alright. Was this pre-nerf Singe? Or pre-buff Singe with the fling? They shouldn't be here for too long. Exhaust the Jax, shield the Jinx, and back up. Fuck. 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 Q, 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 Q. Tornado, tornado, tornado. Oh, never mind. Or shield the turret. Lol. Is this the end? Ah, it's the end. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that the shield can also defend the turrets, but in this, you have to choose when it should defend the turret. Like, why shield the Jinx? Why shield the Singe when you could have shielded the turret right there in that particular instance? You can't shield the inhibitors, that's fine. 3 inhibs down. There are 4 enemies at base. Super minions coming in from all 3 lanes. This game I think is over right now. Even if you shield the turret, or try to shield the turret, even just try. Stall for time. Even that couple seconds really does matter. Ulti to disengage. Oh, she's at back at base. Oh, ulti, good. But, it's too late. So a lot of it comes down from what she did during the laning phase and how effectively and how important it means to cast her shield. I do have to leave right now, but when I do upload this, I'm going to write down a lot of things. I'm going to send it to the original person that really wanted it, but the importance of shielding in this video is insane. All the times I kept yelling, shield, 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 really mattered. So, I will talk to you guys later. This is Daniel Vegematics10. You can follow me on Twitter at LOLVeggie, Facebook at LOLVeggie. You can follow me on Twitch. My Twitch is right here on the right. I will see you guys next time, and I'll let you know how more replays go. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.